Okay, wait. I forgot that this is the start because you came in hot, so then I started coming in hot.
That's okay. I like it when we start off hot.
Yeah. Shoot.
You came in, and I got to admit, I'm a little high energy today, and also. You're one of those people where I start doing bits right away.
Yeah.
We ran into each other at, I don't know if it was an Oscar thing or whatever. You and I were somewhere. I don't think we had really formally met each other. And both of us doing bits right away like idiots.
Foul behavior in public.
Yes, but then you did me this great kindness, which is my children, and this is to their credit, they're not having the whole Conan O'Brien shtick. Never have, never been into it. You made a quick video for my daughter who adores you, and you made a video where you basically said, no, your dad's okay.
That's true.
And I sent that to my daughter, and it got me like 24 hours of solid street
cred. But it didn't look like she was in like a hostage situation.
It kind of did.
Yeah, because I had my gun up to my head anyway, so I brought my gun.
She did it all herself. She held herself hostage while she made me a hostage video.
Right.
Well, I always carry on a gun in a newspaper. A lady must. A lady must. But that wasn't that was the first time that we met. But do you remember the first time we should have met?
We should have met when I saw you way across the street, or I thought I saw you, but I wasn't sure it was you. And I was with my real assistant, the one who actually does things for me, David Hopping.
All right.
Come on, you've been phoning
the one
it in
I trained.
for like
trained
8 years.
him.
Oh, you trained him?
I trained him.
If you trained him, he wouldn't be doing shit. But anyway.
This is a dragger. This is like I was going to say a dragger, but that doesn't make sense. But I just like the idea. Let's all drag each other.
Okay, I'm down.
So. I'm down with that, too. Welcome to
my way of just fuck you.
Yeah.
Wait, does it?
We're on it. We're going to try.
You just said that to Ayo? That's terrible.
Yeah, that's not nice.
That's terrible. You made Ayo cry.
Fuck everybody.
People love her.
Okay.
What was that all about,
fuck
Sona?
all of you.
Oh,
that's how I drag.
No.
I'm not good at it.
No, what happened was I was with David and we were trying to figure out there's a group of people across a wide street and we're looking and we're thinking, is that Ayo? And we weren't sure. And then I thought, should I cross the street and say, hi, are you Ayo? And then I thought, no, don't do that. I didn't know what to do, so I didn't do it, and I didn't realize that you guys...
So it was me, Lionel Boyce, who's also on Bear With Me, and then Tyler, the creator, and then one of our other friends. So it's like, we're like 4 black people on Larchmont, basically. And then we're like, why is this... Like, there's this white guy across the street who's really tall, and he's walking kind of weird. And then...
I have a limp.
And then I was like, that's surely Conan O'Brien. Like, look at his head. And we were... And then...
Look at his head.
And then Lionel was like, don't be racist. Like, you can't just say like a tall white guy and be like, that's Conan. And he was like, and Conan wouldn't walk like that also. But
No,
then
he
like
would.
now that I'm also thinking about you, like, have this group of like 4 black people and being like, well, surely I can't cross the street and just be like, are you the famous one thing? And then also we were like, he was kind of walking funny because he kept kind of looking back, but we were in this like weird Mexican standoff of like recognition.
Also, you guys were
like,
kind of partway behind a tree.
Yeah.
And so I see...
We were hiding.
I see, yeah. And, I said to David, and he was like, I'm not sure. And then, I mean, David is welcome to come in at any point and straighten out this mix-up. He might be off running some real errands. He's coming.
Me. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, Sona.
I trained him. I taught him everything.
You didn't teach him anything.
Yeah,
but we
I
were
taught him
trying to
everything
figure it
he
out.
knows.
David wasn't sure. We weren't sure. And then we got upstairs, and I was like, I'm telling you, I'm sure that was Ayo, and I wish I had gone across the street and said something.
Is this the first time you guys have confirmed this and talked about this?
We talked about it at
this Oscars party or something.
or
I think.
SNL maybe or something.
Yeah. Okay, David.
Here, David, you can take my mic.
You can take this mic right here.
Okay.
Take someone's mic and
David, your disposition has been called out as sunny before, yes?
That's nice. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, amazing.
Very sunny.
Amazing.
Wow.
This is him.
disposition.
By the way, this is David in a terrible mood.
I know.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I heard we're all yelling at each other.
So,
Yeah.
so David, confirm what happened. You weren't sure it was Ayo. I wasn't sure it was Ayo.
Yeah, and you were about to like yell across the street, and I was like, you can't just yell, Conan.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And there was a fear of, what if I'm wrong?
Yeah,
and then I'm that guy who's just like misidentifying
Black people,
a
it's
black
okay.
person.
Yeah.
And I
You
didn't
can
want to do
say
that. No, you can't even say that anymore.
So true.
But I didn't want to be that person.
Yeah.
But then also we were like, well, we can't just be like accosting tall white people and being like, are you one of the most
Yes, you
most famously tall white men of all time? So, but then I felt like we were just kind of like getting closer and farther away at the same time.
And then we just kept walking.
It was the perfect. It's a 2-lane. There's traffic going two ways. So it's not a narrow street.
It wouldn't have worked even under like better circumstances. Like too much was going on.
I know.
But
we're here.
We are here now.
We're together.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're on the show. We have a lot to talk about because you were raised in Dorchester.
Yes, sir.
In Boston. And I, of course, come from the nasty side of town in Brookline, Mass.
Dirty dog.
Dirty dog. And you have been honored. I think you got.
It's so.
What? This is a real honor.
It is. It's like messed up.
Wasn't there an Ayo Day in
Yeah,
Boston where
yeah.
all of Boston, on April 10th, the mayor of Boston honored Ayo by declaring April 10th Ayo Edebiri Day in the city of Boston? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Has there been a Conan O'Brien in Boston? Quick answer.
Wait, you don't have a day?
I never had a day. Never. Oh, and what they're going to do is say, you have St. Patrick's Day. They're going to try and use some other...
because you're Irish.
Yeah.
Very good, Sona.
Very nice. Very nice.
You know what?
You've
fuck
gotten
you.
better. Hey, you're getting better at that, too.
Fuck you, yeah.
No, I've never had a day. And I mean,
That's
I don't
actually
even...
shocking to me. But you've been like hasty. No, hasty's just women.
No, hasty pudding is guys
That is guys.
and used to dress up as ladies, but now
That's
it's
what
men
it
and
is.
women. Yeah.
Wait, what the heck? What's
What?
going on?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just feel like you should let's fix that.
I don't know. What do you do? Did you go to Boston on your day?
Okay, I'm grateful for the day. I had no idea that it was happening. If I knew that it was happening, I'm the type of person where I would have not gone because that sort of thing just makes me so anxious.
Yeah,
and so they were just like, oh, come to your high school. And I was like, cool, I'll just like talk to the improv kids. And then they were like, actually, you're going to be talking to kids in the auditorium, which is like my nightmare. Like I was training to be a teacher and I quit because high school children are so scary with their eyes. And then also like the school that I went to is a public school, but it's for smart kids. Like you have to take a test to get in. Like it's that whole vibe. And every student there is like gonna become like a doctor of like atoms or something. I don't know.
Doctor of Atoms.
Okay. So, I literally was like stupid for my school. Like I was like, yeah, maybe be like a teacher and go do some like improv at night. And everybody was like, good luck, kid. Like you are a wastrel. And ultimately.
But you got a day.
I got a day.
But did you go to your school for your day?
I did go to my school because I thought I was going to just talk to the improv kids. And then I ended up talking to the mayor. And then the mayor was like, I have a surprise for you. And in the clip, which I have watched, like, I think I look upset, but it's just because I'm like dissociating to survive because I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. And I also know that my mom's going to be so annoyed because she's going to be like, you never tell anybody when you're getting a day. And it's like, well, because I didn't know I was getting a day. Yeah.
You never tell anyone. You're like, you've gotten lots of days?
No, that's just that's the voice of my mother in my head. She's that type of.
You get a day. And I don't get it.
By the way, Sona and I both have Boston days too.
This is so
I know.
weird.
They're always,
crazy.
and they're not even from there.
Hand them
They're
out
handing
to
them out.
everybody. Yeah.
You get them at the
Kind of
airport.
personal.
As you get off the plane, they hand you a day.